Hello everyone. It's been a little while. I haven't been called to do a reading for a bit, but today I heard that there's something we need to know. So I'm going to open the energy, and the question is, what do we need to know? What is it we need to know? Okay, so I'm just going to open the energy and see what comes, how it works. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm going to let myself be guided as to which decks they want to use and what they want to tell us. Okay. I'm just clearing the table. And then let's see, which deck do you want to use? It's still the Ancestral Path Tarot, okay? So they want me to use this one. Okay, at least for the first card. That's what they want us to use. So let's see what it is. What is the first card? The first card will set the topic, okay? They're asking me to cut. Six of Swords, is it in reverse? It's in reverse, okay. They want me to leave it in reverse. So the Six of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna see what this book says since we're using this specific deck, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So it says, well, it's interesting because it's in reverse, right? So in this book, it talks about separating oneself from uncertainty. So in reverse, I'm going to say there is some uncertainty. Okay, there's some uncertainty. Oh, the uncertainty, because it says order in nature as intellect is exerted over matter. So it's mind over matter. But that's not happening since it's in reverse. So the uncertainty is because you're not using your mind over matter. Okay, so you're not mind over mattering things. And that's causing uncertainty. All right. Okay, go to the Jungian book like we did the other day. Okay, let's see what that has to say. There's something more. Okay, they're bringing me to it. Hold on. There's some indecision. Okay, the reason why you're not mind over mattering and why you're uncertain is because you have some indecision around something. Okay. So, because you have the indecision, obviously you can't mind over matter, and so everything's uncertain. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay. What would you like me to do next? Okay, so normally the Six of Swords, you know, the way I would read it would be leaving something behind, right? And only taking the lessons that you've learned and moving forward with the lessons that you've learned while leaving the past behind. So that's what you're not doing. You're not leaving the past behind. And you're not taking the lessons that you've learned and moving forward. And that's why you have indecision and uncertainty, and you're not mind over mattering, and you're not going forward. So there's something in the past that is haunting you, is the way that it's coming. There's something in the past that is still holding on to you. You're still holding on to it. And they want you to let go of it. Okay? They want you to take the lessons from the past, but not hold on to the past and the experiences from the past. You know, when you let go of the experiences from the past and only take the lesson, you will be able to make the decision that you are not making. And then you'll be able to mind over matter, and you'll be able to consciously create. And there will be no uncertainty. Okay? So, now we're ready for these cards, they say. So we're doing it kind of like we did the last reading. So we're going to use these Find Your Light cards next. All right. I feel like these are going to be a clue to what you're holding on to from the past. They want me to cut. We're cutting today, okay? Sounds good. I will rejoice. Well, that's beautiful. So I'm going to read what this says, and then we're going to get a little bit more into it. I will rejoice. I will shout and make music filled with thanksgiving and joy in what this day has brought and what miracles have taken place. Okay. So what you're holding on to from the past is the opposite of rejoicing. What is the opposite of rejoicing? Let me find out what that is exactly, because that's what I'm hearing. Because the way you want to move forward is rejoicing, but we're not doing that, right? So let me see. Opposite of rejoice. Mourning. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. That's why they made me look it up. Oh, there's some mourning that you're holding on to. And that's okay. If you're not done mourning, you're not done mourning. That's totally fine. But that's what it is. And they just want you to know that. Okay? They just want you to know this. Remember, this reading is just about what you need to know. So the reason why you can't make the decision you want to make, why you can't mind over matter and create with certainty, is because you're still in a place of mourning something. Okay? This is where you're going to go to eventually. You're going to get to this place of I will rejoice, but you're still in a place of mourning something. And they want you to know it's okay. It's okay. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like there's something holding you back, there is. And it's this mourning. And mourning can't be rushed, okay? Mourning can't be rushed. They want me to look up the word mourning and the root of the word mourning. So I'm going to do that so that we can understand this word a little bit more. Okay, so mourning or mourn. We're going to go to the word mourn. Okay, and see what we find here. So it talks about sorrow, which we know, but it also talks about regret, and they're getting me to focus on the regret. So the regret is what they want to look at. So So it's all of those, I should have done it different. You know, I should have done something different. Maybe I could have prevented whatever loss happened from happening. It's those thoughts, okay? So regret is a feeling of sorrow, remorse, or disappointment over something that has happened, especially something one has done or not done, or over a missed opportunity. Yeah, okay. So I'm just looking to see more about regret here. Do you want me to see the origin of regret? No, there's something else you want me to see. It's related to disappointment, right? So loss and disappointment, it could be either, it could be both. Often they go together. So that's why they're saying you're not letting go of the past and just taking the lessons, because the lessons are, okay, the lesson is this: I will rejoice. So, you know, if you're in that place of regret and you're thinking, you know, I could have, should have, would have done something differently, even if you couldn't have, you still think that, right? Even if you couldn't have prevented what happened, even if there's no way that it could have been prevented, I think we still feel that regret, and we still feel that because we know that we are conscious creators, or that we are creators, not necessarily conscious creators. And sometimes these things are created subconsciously, and these agreements are made with others subconsciously and before we even incarnated. And so we still know at some level that we made a choice that led to it, and we regret that choice, right? We regret making that agreement. We regret creating what we created. So it's like feeling that responsibility, even when, you know, it's tricky because people will be like, oh, you're blaming me for, you know, catastrophic things that maybe have happened in the past that I had no control over. And no, I'm not blaming anyone, and the spirit world isn't blaming anyone. We're just talking about how it's all kind of unfolding in agreement and through choices and agreement. And at some level we know this, and that's why we feel that regret, okay? Not just the sorrow, but the regret when we're mourning. And it's the regret that's holding you back. It's the regret that's, you've made peace with your sorrow, I hear, but it's the regret. Okay, so it's kind of paralyzed you, and that's why you're not mind over mattering. That's why you're not making clear decisions and you know, having a certainty going forward, because you don't want to make another, it's the fear of making another choice that you might regret. Okay, that's what's holding you back. Okay, and that's what they want you to know. But they want you to know that it's okay. You are working through this. Okay, you are working through this, because we have this I will rejoice here. So you are working through this. You're going to come to this point. They want me to put it back in the middle. Okay. They want to get a couple more of these cards. This one, okay? I feel desired. We had that last time, I think. I can't remember what... Oh, it was about being cherished, wasn't it? The last reading. So that connects it to the last reading. And then I am connected. I think we had that last reading too. Interesting. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know. But I am connected. I feel desired. I will rejoice. I'm asking if they want me to read these ones. Yes. Okay. I am connected. This is what they want you to remember. I am connected. Okay? They want you to remember this. So, oh, they want you to remember this because they don't want you... The reason why you have so much regret is because you're taking it all on yourself, right? But you are connected to a massive web, I guess, of spirit and other beings. So you don't have to take it all on yourself. It says, I was born to place my hands and feet into the soil. Okay, so that's some guidance. Go place your hands and feet into the soil. Get connected, get grounded. Connected, I share this garden together with all life, tending to it and nurturing its growth. So yes, remember that. Go put your hands and feet in the soil, get connected, and remember that you are part of something way more complex than you can even imagine. Okay? So you can't own the entire burden and all the regret, okay? You need to share this. I share this garden together with all of life, tending to it and nurturing its growth. And, you know, death and loss and all of that stuff is part of growth, okay? So they just want you to remember that. And then I feel desired. Let's see. It says, my heart has been rescued and swept up in eternal love. Central love is what I read, but eternal love. So that's interesting. My heart has been rescued and swept up in eternal love. My spirit is desired, needed, and shared with the one I was created for. Our love is everlasting and pure. So again, you're not just connected to this larger being, larger whatever it is, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, you know, whatever it is. You're desired by it, okay? You're desired by it. Just as much as you desire it, you are desired by it. Okay. And I think these are the lessons that they're urging you to remember and take and move forward with. Okay, you're connected and you're desired. As much as you desire, you are desired by the universe. And you're connected. All right? Now they want me to read the I will rejoice again. So I'm going to go to that one. I will rejoice. I will shout and make music filled with thanksgiving and joy in what this day has brought and what miracles have taken place. So that's where you're headed, okay? You are headed in that direction. You may have taken a pause. You may be, not quite there yet, but that's where you're headed. And the more you remember this and this, and let go of the regret. It's not even the sorrow, because you'll probably carry this sorrow with you. And that's okay. We learn to live with sorrow, And there's going to be anniversaries or moments that you feel that sorrow. But sorrow is it's normal, it's healthy, it's natural. You don't need to, worry about feeling sorrow once in a while. I mean, if you're depressed, and seriously depressed, then that's a different thing. But they're saying in the morning that they're talking about, it's the regret that's holding you back, because it's paralyzing you. It's making you think that you can't make good choices. But remember that the choices you made were part of a huge connected web of choices and agreements with other beings and spirits and etc. And it's all for the growth, and it's all for the evolution of that. So let go of that regret. Okay, that's what they want you to know today. Let go of the regret. And I just saw 1919 as I said that, and they want me to look that up in this book, so I'm going to. You are being invited to connect with the energy of the divine feminine both within you and around you. Mother feminine healing is possible at this time. Okay? Let go of the regret. That's what they want you to know. There is nothing for you to regret. Okay? It just is. It just was. There's nothing to regret. Let the regret go. The choices you make will be perfect for you and for all. Remember that you are connected. Remember to connect. Remember that you are desired. Remember to desire. And then you will be able to rejoice. Is there anything else you want me to say? No. Okay, they want me to get one more of these cards. Now that that's been expressed, there's one more card to be seen. Okay, cut them. They want me to flip up this card. The Fool. Do you want me to have this upside down? Or I've stopped in my tracks. I want to put this here. This card is important too. So, Justice. Okay, Justice and the Fool. The Fool wants to be upright. Okay, that's why I didn't want to lie it down. So it goes like this: the Fool and Justice. That's what they want to show me. Okay, so the Fool, we know, represents a clean slate, a new beginning, and Justice is the card that says you reap what you sow, right? So they want you to move forward with a clean slate, right? No regrets. And knowing and understanding now that you reap what you sow, and choosing to sow this joy. It's interesting because the Fool in this deck reminds me of the High Priestess. And the High Priestess reminds us that we're connected, right? We're connected and we're intuitive, and we know what we know without knowing how we know it, but we also embrace the unknown. And it's interesting because the Justice here, she has a veil over her eyes, so there's some unknownness. But this is how they want you to proceed. With a clean slate, trusting your intuition, not worrying about what you don't know, focusing on what you do know by being connected and trusting your intuition, like the Fool does, okay? And knowing that you will reap what you sow, so sow joy, not regret. And that's what they want you to know today. Bye-bye.